Hey beauties, and welcome back to I Am Beautiful Hustler TV. Today I'll be doing a lace wig install, and today's hair is provided by Tinashe Hair, and this is their loose deep curl pattern. What I love most about this wig is that it came absolutely pre-plucked to the T. I didn't have to do any plucking whatsoever, and the curl pattern was super pretty. So all I did was go ahead and bleach the knots, and I'm going to install it on one of my loyal clients today. Now the next few batches of wigs, I did free installs with free wigs for all of my loyal clients, just like a little appreciation for their constant support from day one. So here is my first client, Kiara. She's been rocking with me literally since 2012 when I jumped off the porch. So I just made a post on my IG today and say, hey loyal clients, you know who you are, hit me up. I got free wigs and free installations for all of you. So yeah, she's number one. But however, today I will be installing a this lace wig on her, and this is the loose deep pattern as I mentioned. And I would just be doing a basic side part, no baby hair installation. Now, this wig was very, very easy to install, especially because it saves you some time where you don't even have to pluck. So really all I had to do was just bleach the knots and, you know, condition the wig, shampoo and condition the wig, let it air dry, and now I'm just installing it on her. Now off camera I did go ahead and do the whole ball cap method, and I applied that Ruby Kisses foundation in level 15. I used level 15 for her, and I did use the darker shade that's in that palette, and just applied that foundation all over that new stocking cap as well as the inside and the top of her lace, which I've showed you this step many times in my other videos, so you guys should be a little familiar with that. And as you know, I do use that BOLDHOLD active. So after I applied all my layers, I'm just going to go ahead and have her hold each end and blow dry that lace right on in. And as I showed you guys this new technique in my most recent videos, once I blow dry this wig on heat, first I'm going to go in with my BIOSILK spray and spray that spray across the hairline and blow dry it in. And as I mentioned, like, doing this method made a major difference. Like, it was literally nothing but two little pieces on the side, just a tad piece at the top that I had to actually glue down, because this method really gets that wig on there like with little to no lifting once you do the whole glue down method. So I absolutely love this new method that I taught myself. And right here, as you can see, I have a thin layer of hair parted down, and that will be cut off with that extra lace. The way the hairline was on this wig did not match her natural hairline, and it's important that you want to try to match your client's natural hairline as possible. So that's why, you know, if necessary, you need to pluck a little more, especially if they have like a certain type of hairline or dips and stuff like that. But in this case, it was way more lace than needed, so that's why I'm going to cut off that extra. But as I'm cutting off that extra lace, as you can see, is really nothing that's like lifting that I have to actually glue down, as I mentioned before. So I'm cutting very close to that lace, because everything pretty much is tacked down except for those little small pieces that I will have to glue. And as you can see, this installation is looking very natural, and that's why I did not want to add any baby hairs with this installation. I could have, you know, if I wanted to, but she didn't really care for the baby hairs, and I didn't necessarily on this install. So we're going to do a baby free installation. And we are giving very much scalp and natural tease, and that's why I really did not want to add any baby hairs. Like, I just love when the installations look so natural without, you know, the baby hairs. Like, sometimes, you know, baby hairs is cute if you really want like a dramatic look, but I just really love the natural look with this wig. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off the remaining of that little extra lace that's still left on there and just tack that little piece down. And I just can't get over like how like lit this hairline is. Like, it's super, super dope. I absolutely love it. But anywho, after guys, I just noticed, like, I don't know what the hell that white shit is on my elbow, so just ignore it. Just act like you don't even see it, because I didn't even notice it while I was recording. But yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. But however, yeah, once I tack all of that down, I am going to go in with the NAIROBI's mousse. And since I've been doing this new method, as I mentioned in my last video, I will be using the mousse as like the second meltdown process. So if I am using that finishing spray on the hairline after that bold hold, then I would definitely do the NAIROBI's mousse as the second step meltdown, which also just makes everything nice and soft and even more natural looking and melted in. So, you know, either way is fine. I love both methods, but I actually love them both actually combined. At first, I started off with doing the mousse as the meltdown, and then I got into the whole finishing spray and holding spray thing. But now I found a way to combine the both, and the results of it is pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, try this out, do both, and let me know what you guys think about that method. Now it's time to remove that melt belt and look at the results of that beautiful, beautiful melt. And as I mentioned, this was the NAIROBI's mousse. This is my #1 pick mousse for right now until I find something else that I like even better. But I'm just showing you here the melt, and I'm just going to go ahead and comb that mousse out, because when it does dry completely, it does dry a little hard or whatever, but it still gives it that soft look. And I will be doing the side part today with no baby hairs, so I wanted to be able to part that hair with no problem. So that's another reason why I did go ahead and comb that mousse out. So I went ahead and created my side part. Now it's time to press out the roots on the installation of the wig. You guys know what I mean. I just said that like very confusing. But now I'm going to take that wax stick and apply it all over the top of the wig, like where my parting area is, and hot comb out those roots to make that wig nice and flat. Even though I did do like somewhat of a hump comb over type of thing, but I still want to press out the roots good, especially on the other side of the part. Like, you want it to still flow in there nice and smooth. So that's why I did go in with that hot comb and really comb those hairs like over nice and flat. I'm going to comb it down flatter some more, and then I'm going to hump up the front using that Got To Be spray. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take that Got To Be spray and just hump and comb over the part that I want to lift a little bit. And that will kind of help it mold in that hump. And I'm just going to use that to also, you know, tack down any flyaways that is still, you know, popping out, trying to ruin this perfect install. And I didn't create a baby hair. I just cut that sideburn down to about 1 inch and just kind of swooped it naturally on its own. And pretty much the last thing for me to do now is just black spray up the part, conceal it, and then I will go in with my, you know, spray bottle and just wet the hair up. Not soaking wet, but just wet enough to make the curls pop more and not look frizzy, because it's a little frizzy in certain areas or looked a little dropped. So I am just going to go in with that spray bottle and wet those pieces up, and just like run my fingers through the hair and just really take in that curl pattern so you're able to see it. And I totally forgot to record a video of her hair at the end, so I did drop some pictures at the end though, and you can kind of see the finishing results here as well. But as you're seeing, I'm just wetting up the pieces that look like it needed to, you know, define the curls a little bit more. And I'm just going to go all the way around with that water and, you know, get those curls nice and popping. You can also do this with mousse if you want to keep that tight look, or, you know, that foam wrap. Either one, it'll work. It does the same thing. And you can keep the curls tight all day if you want to. But when you wet the hair and you let it air dry, it's still to keep the curl pattern. So it's really up to you. But let me know what you guys think about this no baby hair installation. And yeah, stay tuned for the finishing results.